sage pork tenderloin, refreshing arugula tomato salad with a simple Italian style dressing. Served alongside some beautiful roasted rosemary carrots, and for dessert, cinnamon sugar apple rolls drizzled with a velvety smooth caramel sauce. So pork tenderloin, super lean, very inexpensive, also a really beautiful cut of meat. I'm going to start off by making the marinade sauce for the pork. So first off, we're going to place the tenderloin into a resealable bag. We'll grab a bowl. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 1/3 of a cup of extra virgin olive oil, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 tablespoon of freshly chopped sage, roughly about 3 or 4 leaves. Whisk that all up real well. I'm going to pour half of that marinade into the bag of our tenderloin. Close that up. And we're going to massage all those flavors together into the pork. And then we'll place that in our fridge either overnight or just set that off to the side for about a half hour. Okay, so the tenderloin is marinated. I'm going to jump straight into the dessert. It is really quite simple. The most time-consuming part is prepping the apples, which I've done ahead of time. But go ahead and grab yourself 4 apples. I chose Honeycrisp apples. And all you got to do is just peel, core, and cube them, roughly a ½ inch thick or so. There really is no right or wrong way to do this. Now let's get a pan on medium heat for the apple filling. First, we're going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter. As that's melting, we're going to then stir in our apples. Throw in a 1/4 cup of white sugar, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a nice pinch of salt, and we're going to get a juice of a ½ a lemon in there. We'll let this cook for about 10 minutes or so, just until the apples are softened and the sauce is slightly thickened. We're going to stir it quite often, just so that it doesn't burn to the bottom of the pan.
Wanna go, you not go get wet tonight. If this you get mad, man, not go fight. You don't feel with popcorn and Sprite. What come flat way like kite.
Alright, our apple filling is now ready. So let's transfer that into a bowl. We're going to set that off to the side and let it cool down for about 15 minutes. In the meantime, we're going to prep the rest of our fruit, veg, and salad dressing for the rest of our meal. Okay, salad dressing, super easy. Let's grab a bowl. What we want to do is just add in 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, 1 clove of garlic, ½ a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper, and a pinch of chili flakes. Mix that up real good, and that's it. Just set it off to the side until we need it. Now I'm going to start with the salad. Just grab a platter. We're going to take our arugula, place it onto the platter as so. We're going to chop up some of our tomatoes and just scatter them all over the place. You can leave some whole ones off to the side if you'd like. Get some different colors in there. when we're ready to serve, then you can just drizzle the dressing we just made all over that. That's all there is to it. Just like that. Then we just set it off to the side. Roasted rosemary carrots. So good, super simple. First, rinse, peel, and trim the ends off your carrots. Well, then just toss them in a bowl. Throw in about a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil in there. A little pinch of pepper, a little pinch of salt. I'm going to roughly chop up a tablespoon of rosemary. Just get that all bunched up together. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just so, gather that together. Toss that in your bowl. Just mix those together real well. I'm going to just line them on a parchment paper sheet tray. As such, get the rest of your trimmings of your rosemary from your bowl. Just sprinkle that over top. Just a little bit all over. Just set that off to the side until we need it. Okay, we're just about there. Let's core and slice 2 Gala apples. Just cut them in half as such. And just get that core right out of there. Put those off into a bowl. And 1 red onion we'll slice in there as well. Let's get those into the bowl with your apples. Awesome. Now that we got all our prep out of the way, let's begin cooking. Let's preheat our oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or just over 200 degrees Celsius. We get a cast iron skillet on medium to medium-high heat. We're going to sear our pork on each side for roughly 4 minutes or until brown.
Wanna go get wet tonight. If this shit get mad, man, not go fight. You don't feel with popcorn and Sprite. What comes flat way like kite.
Now that it's seared on all sides, we're going to remove the pork back onto our tray. We're going to reduce our heat down to medium-low. We're then going to add 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil just to coat our pan. We're going to get our apples and our onions in there and basically saute those until they're soft, roughly about 5 minutes or so. We're also going to throw in a pinch of salt, and a pinch of pepper in there, and let them soften up.
Wanna go get wet tonight. If this shit get mad, man, not go fight. You don't feel with popcorn and Sprite. What comes flat way like kite.
Sweet. Now that the onions and the apples have softened up a bit, let's get our pork right back on top like this. And that sauce that we had left over from earlier, from the marinade, we're just going to put that all over top. like so. We'll throw the skillet right into our preheated oven alongside our carrots for 20 minutes. We're going to go ahead and flip those carrots after 10 minutes. Alright, as our pork and our carrots are cooking, we're going to make the caramel sauce and assemble and cook our apple cinnamon rolls. We're going to get a pan onto medium heat, and we're going to then melt 1 cup of butter. We're then going to add 2 cups of brown sugar in there. We're going to add a half a cup of milk. We'll whisk this all together. We're going to just bring this to a gentle boil, roughly about 2 minutes, until it's velvety and smooth. Perfect. The caramel is ready. Let's take it off the heat. I'm going to transfer this into a bowl. Okay, we're going to stir in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. We're just going to set this off to the side until we need it. Beautiful. Our caramel is cooled down. Our apple caramel filling is cooled down. Let's assemble these rolls. First, what you want to do is you want to just take a soup spoon size amount of your caramel, just put that all in the center like that. Have the same size soup spoon and give 2 generous apple fillings right in the center like that. And let's just roll this up. Just be very gentle, as they are going to want to break with these wraps. The wraps are very delicate. So just tuck in your sides like so. And just roll it as if you were to roll a burrito or a taco. We'll just set that off to the side and we'll build the rest.
Wanna go, you not go get wet tonight. If this shit get mad, man, not go fight. You don't feel with popcorn and Sprite. What come flat, we like kite.
Alright, now that we have them all wrapped up, we're going to start cooking these bad boys. Let's place them into a pan full of vegetable oil. You want to have this pan set to medium heat and the oil set to roughly about 1 inch high. Get them all in there, and we're going to cook them for 1 minute per side, or until they're golden brown. As it's been a minute, let's give them a flip and lick them real good. And let them go for another minute. So as they are now finished, we're going to get them out onto a paper towel lined plate just to get any excess oil off of them. Then we're going to get them into a bowl with a half a cup of sugar and a teaspoon of cinnamon. Just roll them around in there. Let's get them into our platter. Our last one here. Set that right on top. Now here's my favorite part. Just take that caramel that we made and you just drizzle it all over there. These things are so amazing. And as they set, that caramel will thicken up even more. And we just set that off until we're ready for dessert. Now that our apple sage pork tenderloin and roasted rosemary carrots are ready, we're going to get them out of our oven, cover the pork loosely with tin foil, and let that rest for about 5 minutes, and then we'll plate everything up. And there you have it, an apple sage pork tenderloin served with roasted rosemary carrots, an arugula tomato salad with an Italian style dressing, and cinnamon sugar apple rolls with a velvety smooth caramel sauce. If you like what you've seen today, hit that subscribe button. Also, please hit that like button. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Also, let me know if I could ever cook anything for you specifically. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook to keep up to date with all the Infnit Gourmet cooking show. Until next time, keep on cooking.